Hey guys, it's Dean Odell with 7 Gables Real Estate in the Odell Group. Well, you can see with all these virtual appointments we're doing now, no need to shave, I guess, right? Might as well work on my beard a little bit. So anyway, I hope you guys are all staying safe out there and getting used to the situation that we're in. We've certainly made a lot of changes here at the Odell Group and within our industry. We are considered an essential business, and therefore we are still serving people and we are still selling houses. But you know, we know that's not for everybody, but just know that we're here for you if you need us. So now I want to talk about the Orange County market. This is really telling what's been going on. I was kind of really anxious for these numbers to come in, and they finally did. So let's take a look at them now. So the Orange County active listing inventory is only 4,183 homes. And if you look at the blue line here, you'll see that we are just basically flatlining, okay? If we look at last year at this time, we had 6,878 homes. Now, you know, March is usually the time we're ramping up with listings, but it's obvious that sellers are waiting to put their homes on the market. We know that when you compare March with the average of the last 5 years for March, the amount of inventory is down 29%. And we've still had a shortage of homes for the last 5 years. So still have a big shortage of homes. By comparison, if some of you are thinking this is the Great Recession, which was a housing crisis, in March of 2007, going back right before the Great Recession hit, there were 18,000 homes on the market. We have a lot less now with only about 4,000 homes. Let's take a look at the demand. So there's going to be 2 demand charts today. One is going to be looking at the demand and how it's changed in the last 30 days. So that's what this first chart is. 30 days ago, we had almost 2,700 homes that went into escrow that month. By comparison, this month, we only have 1,584, which means we're down 34% when you compare those 2 months to each other. And we're probably down more than that because normally in March, our demand would be going up. If you look at the other lines there, you'll see how all the lines continue to go up through the summer months. So looking at the next demand chart, which is really pending sales year over year. So now we're going to look at the numbers compared 1 year to the next. You can see that last year there were 3,300 homes pending or in escrow. Right now there are only 2,300 homes pending or in escrow. That's a 30% drop right there, when normally we would be going up. If you look at their other colored lines, you'll see this is the time of year where we keep accelerating. Next chart is expected marketing time. We want to see what the marketing time's been doing. If we look back to February, it was only taking 52 days to sell the average home. Now it's taking 79, and last year it was taking 84. So in terms of expected marketing time, we're pretty much back to where we were last year. If you look at the marketing times for what kind of market we're in, you'll see that 90 to 120 days is a balanced market. So by the time the virus is over and things begin to stabilize, we think we are going to be in probably a balanced market. We can already see how that's happening in certain price ranges. So let's look at the price range chart. Okay, so if you guys all remember my favorite chart, we took it to a whole new level this week. We wanted to compare our favorite chart among the last 5 quarters. So we actually have 6 quarters that you guys can look over and freeze the video and check it out, how things have changed. But right now we are obviously just ended the first quarter of 2020. So if we look at that chart, you can see that everything under $1 million is still a strong seller's market. We do not have a slight seller's market anymore between $1 million and $1,250,000. We are now in a balanced market in that price point. And you can see the $1,250,000 to $2 million ranges. Those are now leaning a little bit towards the buyer, and the $2 million to $4 million are leaning a lot towards the buyer. So check out these charts in comparison to each other. You can really see how times have changed. I mean, go back to the 4th quarter of 2018 when interest rates were at 5%. Look at all the red on that chart. There wasn't even any green back then. So you can see how things have changed, and you can study this, and it's some pretty interesting info. What we're thinking is when we come out the tail end of this virus, we're thinking we're going to see a lot more white or light green on those 2 top numbers. So buyers, let's start with you. Well, you know what? If you're brave enough to face the elements of the coronavirus, we do have ways to show property and to get you in the house if you're comfortable with that. Number 1, We're doing a lot of virtual showings online. We'll put the listing agent on the line as well, or if we're the listing agent, we'll be on the line and we can walk you through that house in 3D, answer any questions you have. And if you are interested enough to go back in that house, then we'll get you in that house. But you're gonna look like you're going into surgery before you do. You're gonna have gloves, you're gonna have face mask, and you're gonna have booties. You're also going to have to sign a form. The seller's going to have to sign a form, but this is what we've got to do in times like this. But just know that things are getting done. Deals are happening this way. And the reality is as a buyer, depending on how you feel about this is a great time period for you guys because a lot of your competition's gone away. A lot of the buyers are sitting on the sidelines. So some of you guys, some of these houses that used to have 10 offers on them, they might only have 2 or 3 right now. We just had a deal today in Irvine, right around the $1 million price range. It's got 3 offers on it. We've only had it listed since Friday. So, you know, people are still out there, but that house would have had much more offers in the, you know, a few weeks ago. So things are still selling. Give us a call. We can keep an eye on the market for you, or however you want to do it. And then sellers. So I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh my God, you know, let's wait till the dust clears here before I do anything. That's evident by how many people are putting their homes on the market in March, right? We're not seeing the amount of listings come on the market. So again, depending on what kind of seller you are, I've explained to you the buyer process and how we can show properties online virtually and limit the amount of people that come into your house. And then when they do, everybody's protected. We disinfect everything afterwards. Wipe it down. Everybody's well protected going through. So if you're comfortable with that process, this is actually a time frame that's kind of interesting for you guys too, because remember, we have a low supply and low demand. So it's still actually a pretty good market in terms of the amount of demand to the amount of supply, and you have less competition right now. And if you wait, what's going to happen is as soon as the coast is clear, all this people that have been waiting to put their homes on the market, all of a sudden there's going to be a lot of houses on the market, okay? We don't know exactly how that's going to turn out. All we know is what we know now, and we know houses are still selling, and we know there's still buyers out there waiting to buy. So give us a call, we can talk more about it. At worst, what we ought to be doing is just getting everything prepped and ready for the market. So when this dust does clear, you're ready to go, and you get a jump start on your competition. That's all I got to say today for Tustin Talks, you guys, and have a great week. Subscribe to our Tustin Talks. We're putting something out almost daily right now because the information continues to change, and we are going to give you all the correct information. You're not going to get any fake news here. Everything that we tell you is correct and based on facts. So if you have any questions or comments, please put them in. We do like answering those, and try to keep it positive. All right, talk to you later. Bye. The Odell Group's been around for nearly 40 years. We are ranked number 9 in transactions closed, and we can give you the right advice to help you make good decisions. So please click on our subscribe button here and start watching the videos and let us know if there's anything we do to help you.